You weren't made in comfort. You were built from the struggle. Every scar etched into your life holds a deeper meaning. Every sleepless night, every silent cry, and every broken promise molded you. While others gave up at the first sign of pain, you stood up and walked through it. You didn't wait for help. You became your hero. The pain didn't defeat you. It developed you. It stripped away who you thought you were and revealed who you truly are. The relentless don't beg. For strength, they earn it in darkness. You turn pressure into power and setbacks into stepping stones. Now, when life tests you, you don't flinch. You've been through worse and still risen stronger. You are not fragile. You are not average. You are a product of every hard day you didn't quit. And that makes you unstoppable. The pressure that once threatened to crush you did something unexpected. It formed you. You've been pushed, stretched, and tested beyond what most would endure. But instead of breaking, you transformed. That tension gave you toughness. That heaviness gave you humility. You now walk with a strength earned in chaos. While others folded, you focused. While others feared the weight, you learned to carry it with grace. Your calm is not the absence of fear. It's the result of surviving storms. The pressure didn't push you down. It built your resilience, carved your discipline, and refined your identity. You no longer need outside validation. You are proof that diamonds are born under pressure. You're not just handling life, you're commanding it. There was a time when pain kept you quiet. Now it's the reason you speak with power. You've been through moments that would have shattered the average soul, but you didn't stay broken. You didn't stay bitter. You chose to rise with wisdom, not wounds. Pain became your mentor. It stripped away the illusion of safety and gifted you with clarity. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every failure has become part of your armor. You don't walk with fear. You walk with purpose forged in pain. You turned what hurt you into what drives you. You don't need to be saved. You already saved yourself. And now your voice carries weight because it was built in silence. Somewhere deep inside, you always knew you were made for more. But life had to teach you what more really means. It meant more loss, more struggle, more resilience, more discipline. The more wasn't just about success, it was about becoming someone who could hold it. And now, you don't just dream bigger, you work harder. You've seen how quickly things can fall apart and how slowly they are rebuilt. That's why you protect your energy. That's why you walk with intention. Your hunger is different now. It's quiet, focused, relentless. You don't need to prove you're made for more. You live like it every day. You didn't become strong by accident. You became strong through the fight, the battles no one saw, the days you showed up when you had every reason not to, the moments you felt empty but kept pushing anyway. That's where your strength was formed, in the trenches, not the spotlight. You've been betrayed, belittled, broken, and you still rise. Every punch life threw at you added another layer of toughness. And while others tap out when it hurts, you lean in. You're not afraid of the hard road, you've been living on it. You're not just strong, you're seasoned. You were built, not born. And the fight? It didn't ruin you, it revealed you. No one talks about how painful growth is, about how lonely it feels to level up. But you know, you've lived it. You've watched people fall away as you rose. You've had to confront your own flaws, face your own fears. Growth didn't come wrapped in comfort. It came wrapped in a challenge. But you didn't run. You stood in it, sat in it, felt every sharp edge, and let it shape you. You didn't get softer, you got smarter, sharper, more aware. Growth hurt, but it gave you what nothing else could: depth. And now you walk into every room with quiet confidence because you earned every inch of who you are. You've carried burdens in silence, smiled through storms, endured pain with no audience, and through it all, you never stopped. People see your calm and assume you've had it easy, but they don't know the weight you've lifted, the trauma you've navigated, the nights you laid awake, doubting yourself and still rose in the morning. You are stronger than anyone knows, and sometimes stronger than even you believe. Don't let the world measure your strength by what's visible. Your strength is in your endurance, in your patience, in your quiet refusal to give up. You're not lucky, you're not fragile. You're fortified by every storm you survived. No one saw the nights you cried yourself to sleep. No one saw the hours of doubt, fear, or loneliness. But those moments weren't wasted. They were building something powerful. You. You weren't made in applause. You were forged in silence. The world may not understand how you got here, but you do. You remember who left, who doubted, who disappeared when it got tough. You kept going when no one was watching. Now, you walk with something stronger than confidence. You walk with truth. You know who you are, because the silence didn't just build you, it taught you how to stand alone. Scars don't make you damaged, they make you documented. They tell the story of someone who was knocked down and still got back up. Each mark on your journey isn't a weakness, it's a witness. You've endured what many avoided. Faced what others escaped. And you didn't just survive, you learned. You grew, you hardened, but never turned cold. Every scar on your heart, your mind, and your story is a badge, not of pain, but of power. You are proof that pain leaves a mark, but so does healing. You are not what hurts you. You are what rose from it. They said you wouldn't make it, that you were too far gone, too hurt, too behind. But you proved them wrong. You didn't just survive the fall. You flipped the narrative. Every no became fuel. Every loss became leverage. You studied your setbacks until they became steps. You rebuilt without applause, recovered without attention. And now, the same people who counted you out don't know how you did it. That's the beauty of rising from the ashes. You didn't just get back up, you became someone they can't ignore. Nothing about your story was smooth, and that's what made it powerful. You didn't learn strength in calm, you learned it in the chaos. While others waited for the perfect moment, you acted in imperfection. You showed up bleeding. You kept going when quitting was easier. You were never handed shortcuts, only setbacks. And somehow you built a way forward anyway. You didn't wish for ease, you worked through obstacles. You didn't fold under pressure, you forged discipline in it. The world may see your success now, but they'll never understand what it costs. And you wouldn't have it any other way. Because you know, nothing easy ever built anything worth remembering. You're not here by accident. You're here because you bled for every inch of progress. Peace isn't always soft. Sometimes it's carved from storms. And your peace, you earned it. It wasn't gifted. It wasn't handed down from comfort. It was built on the back of heartbreak, loss, grit. Late nights that left you empty and early mornings that demanded strength you didn't think you had. You gave up pieces of yourself to rebuild stronger ones. And now, this calm you carry, it has a backbone. It's sharp. It's real. You protect it like gold because you know what it costs. You've outgrown the drama. You've healed past the noise. Peace is your reward, not for being perfect, but for surviving what tried to destroy you. You didn't just find it, you built it. You've been shattered, torn, brought to your knees by things you never talk about. And yet, every breakdown you lived through became the foundation of a breakthrough. You didn't fake it, you faced it. You screamed into silence and came out stronger. Every failure taught you how to realign. Every loss forced you to rebuild. And somehow you stopped fearing the fall, because you know now it's part of the rise. The world didn't see the tears, but it will feel your results. You don't have to explain the climb, just keep rising. Your journey proves that every breakdown has the potential to become a turning point. You weren't born fragile, you were just waiting to be tested. And life tested you, again and again. The struggle tried to wear you down, but you didn't just survive, you adapted. You learned how to breathe in chaos, how to move under pressure, how to lead through pain. You're not tired because you're weak. You're tired because you've been carrying more than most. But even now, you don't stop. That's what separates the relentless. They don't escape the storm. They walk through it with purpose. You don't panic. You pivot. You don't wait for their skew. You rise anyway, because you were never meant to be average. You were built to endure. You kept praying for the miracle, kept waiting for someone to show up. But in time, you realized you are the miracle. You are the breakthrough you've been searching for. Every time you wanted to quit but didn't, you were building it. Every time you cried but kept moving, you were becoming it. The strength, the clarity, the power, it didn't fall from the sky. It was built, brick by brick, through your decision to rise when nothing made sense. You stopped waiting. You started acting. And now, you are the proof that greatness doesn't appear. It's earned in silence, sharpened by pain, and crowned in perseverance. The breakthrough wasn't something you found. It was someone you became.